So he finished. He stepped off to the side, and he was meeting his wife in the Lennox Hotel lobby, which is where my sister's boyfriend works as well. And he stepped in the lobby, and he was looking around, and he saw Bobby, my sister's boyfriend, and they met up and started talking, and then just a fucking earth-rattling boom happened outside, and he told me he knew that couldn't have been anything else except a bomb, which I've never experienced, I don't want to experience, but I mean, I'm so glad he's okay, and I just feel so bad for everybody else who was injured and affected by this, that just the fucking people that did this really need to be caught and serve their justice, and it's just something that we've never experienced, and it's just so shocking and surreal. Surreal, we said surreal a lot today, multiple times.
How do I feel about this? I think it's very confusing. I mean, it's almost like we're so conditioned in life to emote in certain ways to certain events, and then when things like this happen, they're very confusing, and we don't really know how to react in the face of such terror and violence. So it's difficult from that standpoint, especially when it's so close to home. I mean, we see these events happening all over the world and other parts of the country, and although we're hurt and affected by them, it's very different when it happens, you know, right at your own home. So from that standpoint, it's been very hard, and obviously our thoughts and prayers are with the people that were affected. That's it.
That I'm left with, after they said, was like, where do we go from here? It seems like it's a different time now. I mean, we, as I was talking to people today, we were like, when was the last time there was a terror? And it's kind of hard for us to think of anything since 9/11, but it's like, it looks like things are different now. Are we gonna be a country with metal detectors everywhere? And I don't know. Is it this is our reality? And it happens in Pakistan and Iraq every day. But it makes you think, like, really, what are we going to do now? We still have to go into Boston to go to work. We still have to do everything, but things are different. I just really don't know. I really don't know, where do we go from here.
Nice, dude.
Well, at MSVP, right, I came to school, and for a few days, there was a police officer sitting in the front door, just watching people come in. And I asked, and I was like, what's going on? And they said, well, they kicked someone out of we have all these weird satellite programs, like for organization, like for management training stuff. They kicked someone out, and he started sending us really weird emails.
Oh.
And I think much of it, and I was like, yeah, but that's not going to happen at, like, MSVP. I'm like, yeah, but it happened at Sandy Hook. Like, It happened
elementary school, yeah.
Not even, like, there's no, and that's what you're starting to see, that there's no value, there's no reliable predictor of where the violence could happen.
There's no boundaries on it. It's not like it's like, oh, it'll be happening at like a prison or like outside of a prison or like a certain location. It can happen anywhere.
It's anywhere where there's a crowd and that someone who wants to inflict carnage wants to go. And you could be there because we all are in crowds at a certain point.
And in this day and age, a crowd could be anywhere. Like
but you can't like self-impose this bondage on you in like reaction to this. Like you have to be able to like enjoy. Yeah, you can't live under this bondage that something may happen, because that's really the point of terrorism, is to
inject fear.
Like it's almost like the natural sort of defensive reaction to it is to not sort of cower in light of that fear. It's to be brave. And show the terrorists that they're not achieving what their true aims are.
They won't achieve what they want. But
yeah. I don't know.
Well, it was the whole thing that in Israel there was I think it was the early thousands or the late 90s. There was a Sbarro. It was just another suicide bombing. There was a whole thing like, well, what do? Did you do a monument? They're like, we turned everywhere into a monument.
Right.
There would be no it's like, it's like you just go on with your lives.
Right.